What's going on, everyone? This is CardShark73. So today we are going to be looking at potential PvZ hero balance changes coming to the game. So one of the PvZ heroes, data miners, Flowerman Flower, posted this video a day ago talking about how the files kind of got updated to potential PvZ hero card stat changes. So we may actually be getting a balance update coming within the next few weeks for this game, which would be very surprising because everybody thought this game was dead, abandoned, everything like that, and then they update the files to do some balance changes. So today we're going to be reviewing them, taking a look at some of the balance changes that are a potential coming to the game, to see how it can affect the game. So yeah, new data mine balance changes on version 1.60.13 found on the stage development server, which is where all the devs work on the stuff. So first one we have, Guardian class, is Galactic Cactus. Will be going down to a 2 bullseye, 1 health. Basically, it'll be making it so Nibble will kill it, and so will Trapper Territory. So it doesn't have to be killed with only Bungee. Photosynthesizer is now 2 cost, Plank gets 2 health, Conjure a Galactic Gardens card. Also, most of these changes are subject to win rate percentages. So the cards with the higher win rates, for the most of the part, we are going to see a buff for, or not a buff, a higher cost or a little bit of a nerf to try and make the game more fair if these balance changes do come, and the cards with the lower win rates are going to be buffed a bit. So Triceratops is going to be going to a 2 cost now, or it's still going to be a 2 cost, but it's just going to be a 1/2. Primal Walnut, kind of a weird change. It's just going to have 1 less health, still a 3 cost, still has the same ability. Basically, Flowerman Flower said all of the abilities are still going to be the same as of now from what we've seen in the files. And yeah, that's pretty much. I gotta move. There we go. You guys should be able to hear me better now. Yeah. So Marine Bean's gonna be going to a 3/3 now. A little bit of a health buff, from what I remember. I think it's a health buff. All right, what's next? Spikeweed Sector is the next one. Spikeweed Sector is going to be going to a 3 cost now, which is a little bit weird considering that it was originally a 2 cost and it still didn't do too much. That he doesn't show it in this. But yeah. Let's see. Next up we have, I'm just trying to pull it up on so I can make sure I know the actual original stats. So Smacademia is going to be going to a 4/5 instead of a 4/4, so it'll go to a 4/7 instead of a 4/6 like last time. Not free promo, but we love ads. We're probably going to be getting a few ads through here. Okay, there we go. Next up. Yeah, I think that's all for Guardian, from what I remember. Okay, Blooming Heart. It's going to be going from a 2/2 to a 2/1. So Nibble will now kill it. Trapper Territory will now kill it. Hot Lava is going from a 1 cost to a 0 cost, which will be the first 0 cost environment for the plants, which can pair really well with cards such as Hibernating Berry, and Mirror Nut. Second is going to be Puffshroom is going to go to a 1 cost, 1 cost instead of a 1/1. So pretty much now, Little Buddy will be the only 0 cost plant that we have, and Puffshroom is now going to be kind of a weird spot because we already have the 1 cost make a 1/1 Puffshroom and then the other 1/1 Shroom in the same lane. So it's going to be a little bit weird. Yeah, so here's the Puffshroom. Same stats, just going to be a 1 cost. So Invasive Species is going from a 3 cost 2/4 to a 2 cost 1/4, which means it'll become a 4/4 on turn 2 if you have a Hot Lava, for example, instead of a 5/4 on turn 3. Seedling getting 1 health buff It's going to be huge. Play this in front of space-time teleportation zombie. It'll survive, and it'll still give you value for spawning something. Next up, Zapricot's going to be going from a 4-2 to a 4-1. Going to be a little bit weird. I think the 4-2 was pretty fair for being a 3 cost, and considering it's a common card. So this is going to be a bit weird, because now all of these are going to get destroyed by Nibble and stuff like Trapper Territory, or even just 1 attack cards. Like a 1 cost 1-1 can now kill most of these. Let's see. Let's give him a second to find. So here's one. Black Eyed Pea, I don't know if he'll zoom into it or not, but it's going to be a 2 cost 2-2 now, which kind of makes it a big deal. For cards such as Swashbuckler now will fully kill it. Whipvine is now going to be a 6-5 instead of a 5-5. Bamboozle is getting a 1 attack buff. People still aren't going to probably run it, but you never know. Podfather is going from a 2 cost or a 3 cost 2-2 to a 3 cost 2-3, getting an extra health. Super Fat Veets is going from 3-3 to 4-4. Cosmic P is going to become a 4 cost 2-2 instead of a 3 cost 1-1 now, still with the same ability. Okay, Laser Cattail's getting a 1 health buff. Basically now, I guess, just to survive Nibble. It's just a little something. Lightning Reed is now going from a 2 cost 1-2 to a 2 cost 2-2. Now it won't start pinging your opponent's block meter for 1. It'll be a viable 2 damage with Splash. Paratillery is going from a 4 cost 5-2 to a 4 cost 5-3, giving it a little bit of extra health. It may be now viable in some aggro decks because it doesn't instantly die to Bungee now. And being a team up, you're able to play stuff in front of it and it can survive. By the way, I'm going to be missing so many of the balance changes. So, Beam Counter, for some reason, I saw that Fry made a video on this too, if you want to check out the full explanation video. Beam Counter is going from a 4 cost 2-2 to a 4 cost 1-1, which is really weird considering the fact that nobody ever really runs this card. And, you know, it's just kind of weird because it's already pretty bad, and getting 2 Weenie Beanies, it'll only become a 3-3 now. You have to play 6 Sun to get a 3-3, and then you're going to have 2 1-1s on the field that are going to be pinging your opponent's block meter, which kind of doesn't make sense, but, you know, these are all subject to change, by the way, not official. Long-awaited nerf, Haunted Pumpkins going from a 4-2 to a 4-1, so if you're playing against Beastly, they could just nibble this, and it prevents them from dealing, or prevents you from dealing 4 damage turn 1. Applesauce are also going down from a 3-2 to a 3-1. Still has the same strike through ability. Which means Aggro Solar Flare based on Kabloom and Solar nerfs is going to be pretty up in the air now. Venus Flytrap is going to be a 3-1 now, which means it'll just heal for more, same cost, just 1 less health. Or sorry, not 1 less health, but sorry. Yeah, it'll basically just heal more now. Magnifying Grass is now gonna be a 2 health, so Nibble doesn't kill it. Still pretty bad, but you know, whatever helps it try and get some value. Elderberry, it will now be going to 3 health instead of 4. Little bit of a nerf for it. Cob Cannon is losing 2 attack, so it's now going to be a 4-6 instead of a 6-6. No, funny haha guy, these are potential balance changes coming to PvZ Heroes within the next couple weeks. One of the data miners found these, and these are potential leaks coming into the game. So Cat Lady is going to be gaining 1 health instead of a 4 health. It's going to be a 5 health, still 1 cost. We're into zombies now, by the way. Yeah, that's what I said. There's a potential that someone here is still working on it. Okay, Zookeeper is going to be a 1 attack 3 health now, so Viral did not get nerfed from what we saw, I don't think. We'll come up to that soon. This is now won't die instantly to 2 damage, so pets may actually be good now with Zookeeper. You don't have to buff it instantly. Synchronized now is a 2 attack 1 health, so you can't really play it by itself. It's just going to be a little bit less of a, you know, by itself. I mean, it's same ability, so it doesn't really do that much. We'll get to that. Kangaroo Rider going up 1 health doesn't really make a difference. In all honesty, it's still going to be pretty bad for you to run. Cyborg is going from a 5-5 to a 5-6, 1 extra health. Primordial Cheese Shover is also gaining 1 health, so it'll be a 4-cost 4-4 now. For Zombie Evolution, it'll destroy a plant. Alright, good card. Why did they buff it? Who knows, honestly. I mean, giving it an extra health doesn't die to certain cards. Oh, another big card they didn't show. Sizzle is now going from a 5-cost deal 5 damage to a 3-cost deal 5 damage. Which is going to be... It's basically like a plant fruitcake now for a 3-cost that's on an event card. So, yeah, Eric Rockhopper... or Epic Rockhopper, welcome. Yeah, these are all subject to change, so Electrician's now gonna have 3 health. All of these are kind of minor adjustments. I guess they're trying to figure out what they can do to kind of shift the meta a little bit to make it not like, oh, these decks are so bad that other decks are gonna be good. Gentleman is getting a buff where he's 1 attack, but he has 4 health, so he survives to a lot more now, and you're able to keep gaining brains from him. 2020 win rates, yeah. Yeah. Trick-or-Treater gaining an extra health, so now it survives quite a bit of plant 3 damage. It survives Berry Blast, for example. Portal Technician's gaining extra attack, so either way it's still going to be a decent card. Besides its ability, now does 5 damage, so it's a little bit more viable. Zomblob's gaining an extra 1 attack, so you will still get the same amount of attack per brains, but it's going to be added to 2 instead of just added to 1 for its base attack. Gadget Scientist is now going to be a 3-3. A little bit more attack from himself when he does a bonus. This is a weird one. Mechasaur is already good, or was already good. He still is good, but he was originally a 6-7. Now he's going to be an 8-8. So, he's still going to die to Shamrocket, Squash, all these big removal cards. He just has a bit more health and more attack for being a 7-cost legendary, which, yeah, a little bit strange. So, we'll see how that ends up playing a role into now draw decks. Sorry about the ads. I don't know. I can't really play a video without there being ads, but okay. Now on to Crazy. Grave Robber getting a nerf from 2-1 or a 2-2 Bullseye to a now 2-1. So now that's the Scorch pretty much. He's getting reworked potentially. This is just for now. They just found balance changes. So they could have done balance changes first and then could potentially be doing reworks. Who knows? Because it's just going to be a lot of extra work reworking and adding new abilities compared to just tweaking a little bit of health, cost, and damage. Like coding all the interactions with every single card is a factor that they have to do rather than just, oh, subtract all of this. Just, they have to code. Like, if it's a number, it says base health card 3. They just backspace, add a 2. Alright, what else? Abacadaver's getting health. There we go. Alright, what I said was, playing this whole turn earlier makes you be able to get a 5-cost Garg before turn 5, because it'll spawn on turn 4. Start at turn 5, you have 5 cost Garg plus 5 whole extra brains, which is really good. Abacadaver is the same ability. It just got extra health buff, so now it'll survive to most cards. The other one is Cake Explosion is now going to be, I don't know if they'll show it, it's a 3 cost deal 4 damage instead of a 4 cost deal 4 damage. This is a weird one. I don't know if Flamenco's getting a nerf somehow to now be a 3-1, which is really, I think, unnecessary. I think it being a 3-2 5 cost was completely fine for the ability it had. Discotron is now going to be a 5-5 instead of a 4-4, so just getting a little bit extra attack and health to be able to finish off enemies if you're going to use it as a finisher in some Z-Mech decks. A teleportation zombie. I don't know if they did a... What rework are you talking about? Because I don't think they made a rework on this. Yeah. Leftovers is now going to be a 1 cost instead of a 2 cost, which is pretty... I mean, all zombies being a 1-1. Colosseum's now going to be a 2 cost instead of a 3 cost. Yeah, so instead of being a 3 cost 2-3 and giving it Frenzy, it's just going to be a 2 cost now. Yeah, Leftovers, like I was saying, 1 cost, it's going to buff all your zombies by 1-1. Bonus track Buckethead's going from a 3-4 to a 4-4, so basically going to have all the same stats as its cost. Same ability, obviously. Smash is going to get a big buff based off of these changes, and then Solar Flare is going to be a lot worse. Landscaper's now going to be a 2-3, so buff. All of the cards that got changed in the Hardy class got buffs. None of them got nerfs, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. Yeah, King is now going to be a 3-5 instead of a, 3-6 instead of a 3-5. So now it survives a couple other interactions, which honestly 1 health can be big in a lot of games. Battle Cruiser is now going to be a 6-6 as well instead of a 6-5, so it has more health. Oh, Coffee Zombie also is going from a 4-3 to a 5-4, so it's also getting a buff for its cost, because it's really easy to remove if you just straight play it, so there's that. Alright, now to this. Ducky Tube's going from a 1-1 to a 1-2 for a turn 1 card. It's going to be pretty fair. 1-1 for turn 1 was actually pretty bad. So now it's going to have a bit more health. Honestly, if it was a 2-1, it would have been better than a 1-2 in my opinion, because it's still going to be sucky. Yeah, this could actually shift the entire meta of the game, like, since they last updated it. Oh, Pogo. Okay, Pogo. So Firefighter's not going to be a 5-5. Originally was a... Where's it at? Where you at, Firefighter? I literally... Oh, Firefighter was originally a 4-cost 4-5. Now going to be a 4-cost 5-5. Pogo is going to be a 4-cost 2-1 instead of a 4-cost 2-2, so getting a bit of a health nerf. High Dive is going from a 2-3 to a 3-2, so it's basically going to attack for more when it moves to the water lane. Just talked about this. Another big one is, okay, yeah, Zombot Stomp's now going to be a 6 attack instead of, 6 cost instead of a 7 cost, so it's going to be a little bit cheaper. Tomb Raiser is a very big change. It's now going from a 4-cost 3-4 to a 4-cost 5-3. So if you play a laser-based turn 3, play this in that lane turn 4. It's going to be hitting 5 damage strike through and me making a gravestone. So now you really want it to hit face. That's the point of this card, so that's what the point why you want it to hit face. It's going to be more damage, more rewarding if you do hit face. Blowgun Imp is getting a 1 health buff from being a 3-3 to a 3-4. Survives Berry Blast now pretty much is the main interaction. Not really as viable, but it's still a bit of a change. So yeah, these were just first look stat changes documented. Like I said, yeah, ability and detailed card data analysis coming soon. I will probably be able to do a video on that. Also, more versions to go through, so I will combine all discoveries in one video soon. This is all what he released. Alright, so, yeah. Cost, damage, and health changes confirmed, at least. We don't know about abilities or reworks yet, but I will keep you guys posted. Those are the potential balance changes coming to PvZ Heroes in a couple weeks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's kind of all over the place. Just like Epic Rock Hopper was talking about, it's going to be wild. If this does happen, biggest buffs and nerfs are, I mean, to the main cards. Like, all of the buffs in the Hardy, not a single nerf, and then all of the nerfs to Solar and Kabloom are going to be pretty rough. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think about all these. I'll keep you guys updated on more videos soon that come out. Yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace. This is Card Shark.